Have you ever stopped, truly paused, and asked yourself, what if the things I intensely desire aren't even truly mine? This isn't just a simple question, it's a disorienting thought. It's a question that can send shivers down your spine, not because you're lying to yourself or pretending to be someone you're not. No, it's far deeper than that. Today, we embark on a profound journey, a journey into the very core of who you are, what drives you, and what you truly yearn for. The unsettling truth is that long before you ever consciously uttered the words, "What do I want?" the answer might have already been decided for you. Think about it. From the moment you were born, countless forces began to shape your internal compass. Your parents with their hopes and dreams for you. Your extended family with their traditions and unspoken expectations. The vast, intricate tapestry of your society with its definitions of success, happiness, and belonging. And in our modern world, perhaps most potently, the insidious, subtle hands of modern marketers have also become architects of your perceived desires. You see, from a very early age, we begin to absorb these external blueprints for life. We see what is praised, what is rewarded, what is accepted. And without even realizing it, we start to internalize these external blueprints as our own, as if they were etched into our very soul. From that moment on, we embrace that pre-written answer as our own, diligently living by it, blindly chasing a future that might not even be designed for us. This isn't a flaw in you, it's a fundamental part of the human experience, a product of our natural drive to connect, to belong, and to be loved. But it's also where the journey to self-discovery truly begins. Our desires, those powerful urges that propel us forward, do not emerge from a vacuum. They are not simply plucked from the air. Instead, they are forged in the crucible of our earliest experiences, meticulously crafted by the environment that surrounds us from infancy. This formation is a complex interplay of observation, reward, subtle cues, and the emotional resonance of our interactions. Think back to your own childhood, or observe children around you. Desires take shape from the myriad small and large moments, from what you saw your parents value and pursue, from the quiet judgments or enthusiastic affirmations you heard within your family, from the grades you received in school that defined your intelligence or worth, from the hushed conversations among adults that revealed unspoken rules about life, and most powerfully, from that intense rush of joy and validation you felt when you did something deemed right by those whose love and approval you desperately sought. The child praised for silence. Imagine a child consistently praised for being quiet, well-behaved, or not causing trouble. Oh, what a good, quiet child, they hear. Over time, this child might subconsciously begin to confuse silence with peace, or stillness with virtue. Their natural urge for expression, for playful noise, for boisterous exploration might be suppressed. As an adult, they might find themselves constantly seeking calm, avoiding conflict at all costs, or struggling to assert their voice, mistaking this avoidance for a true desire for harmony, when in reality, it's a deeply ingrained fear of disruption or disapproval, a leftover from childhood conditioning. The child rewarded for being better. Consider a child who is always pushed to excel, to be the best in academics, sports, or extracurriculars. You got an A. Why not an A plus? Or you won the game. Why didn't you score more? This child learns that their worth is directly tied to their achievements, to constantly surpassing others. They might internalize a relentless drive, associating a state of constant restlessness and ambition with having a clear purpose. As an adult, they might become a driven, high-achieving individual, but perpetually feel unsatisfied, always chasing the next accolade, mistaking this insatiable drive for a genuine desire for greatness. when it's often an underlying anxiety of inadequacy, a fear of not being enough if they ever stop striving. The child who pleases to be loved. Picture a child who experiences love and affection primarily when they conform, obey, or make others happy. Their parents' faces light up when they share their toys, when they don't complain, when they suppress their own needs for the comfort of others. This child learns to associate extreme obedience and people-pleasing with love and belonging. As an adult, they might find themselves constantly sacrificing their own needs, boundaries, and desires to make others happy, feeling a deep sense of responsibility for everyone's emotions. They might believe their true desire is to be helpful and kind, when it's often a profound confusion of obedience with worth, a fear of rejection or abandonment if they ever prioritize themselves. In this subtle, often invisible process, our deepest, most authentic desires gradually warp and twist. They bend to seek external acceptance, to fit into predefined molds, rather than expressing the raw, unfiltered truth of who we are, what excites us, and what truly makes our souls sing. This isn't a conscious choice. It's a silent, emotional recalibration that happens long before we have the cognitive tools to question it. Now, let's inject a powerful, often overlooked modern influence into this equation: the masterful role of marketers. In today's hyper-connected, consumer-driven world, they have become incredibly sophisticated architects of our desires, often without us even realizing it. How do they do it? They begin by creating products or services that, in many cases, no one even knew they needed or wanted. Think about the explosion of new gadgets, new fashion trends, new must-have experiences that didn't exist a decade ago. Did you really desire a smart home assistant before it was invented? Did you truly crave that specific brand of wellness tea before it appeared on every influencer's feed? Probably not. Then, through relentless, pervasive advertising and slick promotions, they introduce these newly created things to us. Before a product's launch, we might have zero awareness of it. But marketing strategies transform this reality instantly and powerfully. They don't just present information, they craft narratives, evoke emotions, and subtly yet effectively hack our minds. Their goal is not just to inform, but to cultivate a need, to make us just crave that product with an almost irrational intensity. Consider the psychological tactics at play: emotional appeals. Marketers don't sell features, they sell feelings. They tap into our deepest aspirations, fears, and hopes. That luxury car isn't just a vehicle. Its ad sells freedom, prestige, the feeling of being powerful and unbound. That skincare product isn't just a cream. It promises youth, confidence, the eradication of insecurity. That travel destination isn't just a place. It offers adventure, escape, or profound connection. Aspirational branding. They create an image, a lifestyle, a type of person who uses their product. They present idealized versions of ourselves. If you buy this, you will be this successful, this beautiful, this happy. You'll belong to this exclusive club. We then unconsciously internalize that. If we acquire the product, we acquire the associated identity. When we are bombarded by these messages, we don't just see a product, we see a story, a promise, a solution to an unspoken inadequacy. We see an image of who we could be if only we had that thing. So when we encounter an ad, we unconsciously exclaim, "I love that, I need that." But what are we really loving or needing? It's often not the product itself, but the emotion it promises, the identity it projects, or the social validation it implies. What we buy, then, isn't just a tangible item. It's a tool we subconsciously use to build our perceived identity. We become consumers of identity, constantly curating an external self based on what we're told we should want, rather than cultivating an authentic self from within. This constant exposure to manufactured desires, this relentless external programming, makes the true source of our desires unfathomably complex and incredibly difficult to discern. It's like trying to find your way through a dense fog where every signpost was put there by someone else. For most of us, the things we label as desire don't suddenly burst forth as a pure, unadulterated revelation from our soul. Instead, they are, in a profound sense, a memory. This memory, however, is rarely a direct recollection of an innate, untainted yearning from within. Rather, it's an echo, a reflection, an internalization of what we've been taught to want. It's a desire inherited, passed down from those we sought love, approval, and belonging from. This includes family members, teachers, friends, societal norms, and as we've explored, the subtle, pervasive influence of advertisements and commercial narratives. The common advice, follow your heart, sounds beautiful, doesn't it? It evokes a sense of intuitive wisdom, of an inner compass guiding us to our true north. But what if the heart you're following has been trained? What if its magnetic north has been subtly recalibrated, not by your soul's unique resonance, but by the gravitational pull of others' expectations, the cultural definition of success, or the glittering illusions fabricated by sophisticated marketers? Imagine your heart as a finely tuned instrument. From an early age, it's constantly receiving signals. If these signals consistently reward conformity, material acquisition, or external validation, then your heart, your internal compass, learns to point in those directions. It learns to desire what brings applause, what ensures security, what maintains peace, even if it means stifling a deeper, more authentic hum. Societal narratives play a massive role here. From fairy tales to modern blockbusters, from news headlines to social media feeds, we are bombarded with stories about what should make us happy. The perfect partner, the ideal career, the dream house, the latest gadget. These are presented as universal keys to fulfillment. We internalize these narratives, often believing that if we just acquire these things, we will finally experience the promised happiness. Our desires become less about an inner calling and more about fulfilling a widely accepted script. This constant external programming means that what we perceive as our desire might actually be a collective memory of what we've been told brings happiness, security, or love. And that's a crucial distinction. There's a curious phenomenon when it comes to desire. The more urgent a need feels, the more we tend to believe in its authenticity. When something consumes our thoughts, creating a persistent ache, we often conclude, this must be real, this must be my true calling, my true path. But urgency itself is not a litmus test for truth. It doesn't magically imbue a desire with authenticity. More often, it's merely a shout, a relentless push, a symptom of something deeper, or perhaps a well-orchestrated external stimulus. Consider why urgency feels so real. Our brains are hardwired for immediate gratification and threat avoidance. When a desire is amplified by a sense of urgency, whether it's an emotional need for approval or a marketing campaign with a limited time offer, our primal instincts kick in. Dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, surges when we anticipate a reward, creating a powerful drive. This chemical response reinforces the idea that what we're chasing is inherently good and necessary. The more we chase, the more dopamine we get, creating an addictive cycle that feels incredibly compelling. Most of us, without realizing it, spend our entire lives chasing the echoes of others' validation, their protection, and their approval. These echoes are not our own voice. They are whispers from the past. Be good, achieve success, don't disappoint me, fit in, buy this and be happy. These external voices, ingrained through years of conditioning, become so familiar, so deeply embedded in our subconscious that they start to sound indistinguishable from our own inner monologue. We believe these echoes are our own desires, our own thoughts. We think, I need that promotion, or I must have that latest gadget, or I have to get married by this age, not because of an authentic internal pull, but because the echoes have become deafening. As a result, we rarely, if ever, pause to ask the truly foundational question: where did this specific desire truly come from? What's its origin story? Instead, we stay trapped in the superficial current, relentlessly focusing on what do I want next? This constant forward momentum, fueled by artificial urgency and internalized echoes, prevents the quiet introspection needed to distinguish true desire from its many powerful limitations. It's like being on a treadmill set to full speed. You're moving fast, feeling exhausted, but never actually getting anywhere truly meaningful. Here it is, the question. It's often whispered, sometimes even avoided, but it is profoundly dangerous. Who taught me to want this? This query, seemingly so simple, carries an immense weight because it forces you to look beneath the surface, to dismantle what you've long accepted as inherent truth. When you begin to examine the deep, often hidden roots of your desires, you might discover a disquieting reality. They were never truly planted by you. This discovery can be unsettling, even terrifying, because it implies that a significant portion of your life's trajectory, your ambitions, your very self-definition might be built on someone else's foundation. Why is this question so dangerous? Because it challenges the very fabric of your perceived identity. It asks you to confront fears that have likely shaped your every decision, fears that have been skillfully masked as noble pursuits or genuine aspirations. Let's delve into some of these underlying fears and how they masquerade as desires. The fear of worthlessness. Imagine someone who spends their entire life relentlessly striving to fulfill others' needs, to be the indispensable helper, the ultimate caretaker. Their desire appears to be a selfless commitment to service. But when you ask, who taught you to want to serve everyone? You might uncover a deeper truth. Their true desire isn't to serve, but a deep-seated, agonizing fear of being alone, of being unwanted, of having no value if they aren't constantly giving and needed. Their desire to serve is a strategy to secure connection and stave off loneliness. The fear of obscurity. Consider an individual who works tirelessly, sacrificing personal life for career advancement, always seeking recognition, always needing to be in charge, to be seen, to be honored. Their desire appears to be powerful leadership, immense ambition, but upon closer inspection, their true desire isn't necessarily to lead for the sake of impact, but a terrifying fear of becoming invisible, of being forgotten, of having their existence go unnoticed. Their desire to lead is a strategy to ensure their significance and avoid the agony of obscurity. The fear of being ordinary. Picture someone who constantly seeks admiration, who thrives on applause, who needs to be the brightest in every room, the most accomplished. Their desire appears to be to shine, to inspire, to achieve greatness. But beneath that gleam, their true desire isn't merely to illuminate, but to desperately silence an inner voice. Perhaps from a critical parent, a dismissive peer, or a harsh self-judgment that once whispered they were ordinary, not special, or not enough. Their desire to dazzle is a strategy to drown out that profound sense of inadequacy. This introspective excavation is dangerous because it forces you to confront these deeply buried fears. It reveals that what you believed were genuine aspirations might, in fact, be intricate coping mechanisms designed to protect you from old wounds. It's the moment you realize you've been running on a treadmill, furiously expending energy, not towards a goal you chose, but away from a ghost you created. And that realization, while liberating, can be profoundly unsettling. This brings us to a critical distinction. Very often, the things we identify as our passions, our purposes, even our very identity, are actually survival strategies we painstakingly learned in our past. These strategies were developed to navigate difficult childhood environments, to gain love, to avoid punishment, or to simply cope with overwhelming emotions. They are not fabricated lies. They were genuinely useful, but they are not inherently sacred truths or the unique calling of your soul. They were simply effective methods that helped you survive. And because they brought some form of relief, some measure of security or belonging, we began to internalize them, eventually making them our entire identity. Let's look at more detailed examples of how these survival strategies can masquerade as your true self. I love helping people. You might genuinely believe this is your core calling, but ask yourself, do you truly love helping for its own sake, for the sheer joy of contributing? Or do you fear being seen as irrelevant, selfish, or unneeded? Is your love for helping a strategy to secure your place in relationships, to feel worthy of attention, or to avoid being isolated? The true desire might be for connection and belonging, and helping became the learned method to achieve it, rather than the core desire itself. I've always had big ambitions. I need to achieve more. This sounds like a powerful drive, but investigate further. Do you have genuine ambition born from a deep internal spark of creativity, or a desire to make a specific impact? Or do you fear what might surface in silence? Do you fear mediocrity or a sense of inner emptiness if you stop striving? Is your constant ambition a strategy to avoid introspection, to drown out inner doubts, or to prove your worth to an imagined critic? The true desire might be for inner peace or self-acceptance, but the strategy adopted was constant outward pursuit. I'm a peacemaker. I always avoid conflict. This seems like a noble quality, a desire for harmony. But consider, do you love harmony because it fosters genuine understanding and collaboration? Or do you find yourself constantly mediating, suppressing your own needs, and avoiding any form of confrontation because you never felt safe in conflict as a child? Was conflict always associated with instability, anger, or abandonment in your past? Your desire for peace might be a strategy to maintain a superficial calm and avoid the profound discomfort of disagreement, rather than a deep, authentic preference for true, healthy harmony, which includes respectful disagreement. I am a perfectionist. Everything must be flawless. This might be framed as a commitment to excellence. But is it? Or is it a fear of criticism? A belief that anything less than perfect will result in shame or rejection? The desire to avoid feeling less than fuels a strategy of relentless perfectionism. I'm always busy, always productive. This can be seen as a dedication to hard work and efficiency. But is it? Or is it a fear of stillness? A profound discomfort with being alone with your own thoughts and feelings? Busyness becomes a strategy to outrun inner anxieties or to feel validated by constant output. The key here is that these strategies, while functional for a time, are not your essence. They are worn masks, comfortable habits, but they ultimately obscure the authentic self beneath. We mistake the coping mechanism for the core purpose, leading us further and further away from who we truly are meant to be. If you imagine your desire as an onion, it's not a simple single entity. It's complex, not because it's inherently deceptive, but because it has many hidden layers. Each layer represents a different influence, a different learned response, a different echo from the past, or a manufactured need from the present. If you don't take the courageous step to peel back these layers one by one, you'll never truly know what's underneath. You'll continue to polish the outer mask, the persona you present to the world, the one that earns you applause and acceptance. But your authentic self, the core of who you truly are, will quietly fade away, forgotten and unheard beneath the weight of accumulated expectations. This phenomenon explains a profound paradox observed in our modern world. Why so many outwardly successful people, those who have achieved everything society tells them they should want, still feel profoundly empty. They haven't failed in the conventional sense. Quite the opposite. They have succeeded brilliantly at being someone they unknowingly chose to be. They followed the script, climbed the ladder, acquired the symbols of success. They reached the goal, the promotion, the perfect relationship, the dream house, the ideal physique, but then discovered it felt hollow. They mastered the performance, perfected the role, but never truly knew the actor beneath the mask. This is often referred to as the arrival fallacy, the mistaken belief that once you reach a certain goal, you will achieve lasting happiness and fulfillment. But if that goal was born of a false desire, a borrowed dream, then its attainment simply leaves a gaping void. The satisfaction is fleeting, quickly replaced by a new, equally hollow target. They achieved their goals, but they never paused to ask the critical question, was this goal even my goal to begin with? They perfected the external show, but in doing so, they lost touch with their true inner essence. Their life became a meticulously constructed monument to someone else's dream, leaving their soul neglected and unseen. This brings us to the silent crisis of our time. It's not a crisis of poverty or lack for many, but a profound crisis of identity and meaning. It's the widespread, yet often unspoken epidemic of people constructing entire lives, building impressive careers, forging relationships, and accumulating possessions, all around identities that do not truly resonate with their soul. They are living a life that looks good on paper, a life that garners external praise but feels profoundly unfulfilling on the inside. You can spend your entire life relentlessly moving forward with absolute certainty about your path, only to experience a gut-wrenching realization that the road you've traveled was always someone else's. The journey you thought was yours, the destination you envisioned, turns out to be a borrowed dream. This recognition can feel like an immense waste, a profound regret for lost time and squandered energy. And here's the insidious part. No one tells you how terrifying it is to stop. The world constantly pushes for more, faster, bigger. The idea of pressing pause, of stepping off the treadmill, feels like a threat to your very existence. Why? Because when you halt the chase, when you cease doing what's expected of you, when you stop reaching for the external validation and praise you've become accustomed to, the silence that follows becomes deafening. This silence isn't merely the absence of noise, it's the absence of external validation, the absence of the constant doing that distracts you from your inner world. This terrifying silence can feel like death because, in a profound way, it is a death. It's the death of the agitation, the death of the frantic strategies, the death of the you that was never truly you. It's the collapse of the carefully constructed external persona, and with it, the familiar comfort of knowing exactly who you are in the eyes of others. This death is a necessary shedding, but it is painful and disorienting. It feels like losing everything because you are losing everything that was false. After the collapse of the false self, after the unsettling silence descends, what remains is often a raw, unfiltered state of uncertainty, stillness, and ultimately, truth. This initial phase can be incredibly disorienting. The old markers are gone. The old motivations feel hollow. You might feel adrift, unsure of who you are or what to do next. The truth that emerges from this stillness, however, is rarely loud or flashy. It doesn't burst forth with fanfare or demand attention. It doesn't put on a show or scream for recognition. Instead, it waits. It waits patiently, quietly for you to slow down enough, to listen deeply enough, for you to truly come home to yourself. It waits for you to cease asking the frantic, externally driven question, "What's next? What should I do?" And begin asking the quieter, more profound question, "What's true? What resonates deeply within me?" But your mind, accustomed to the old ways, will fight this stillness. It will resist this profound self-inquiry. It will whisper, then shout, "You've come this far. Look at all you've achieved. Don't question it now." It will conjure images of loss and isolation. If you abandon this familiar image, this path, who will love you? Who will accept you? It will appeal to your sense of practical security. This cultivated self, this external persona, is successful. Don't ruin it. Don't jeopardize everything you've built. This internal resistance is powerful because it's fueled by the very fears that constructed your false desires in the first place. The comfort of the familiar, even if it brings quiet suffering, often feels safer than the terrifying unknown of authentic self-discovery. And so this profound internal cycle continues. It loops and repeats, often for years, even decades, until something breaks. This break isn't always a dramatic, catastrophic event. Sometimes it's the crushing weight of chronic burnout, a body signaling that it can no longer sustain a life out of alignment. Sometimes it's a persistent illness that forces you to slow down and listen. And sometimes, perhaps most ironically, it's a quiet Sunday afternoon when everything is supposedly perfect. You have the success, the partner, the home, but you feel absolutely nothing. A profound, unnerving emptiness. In that precise, unvarnished moment, you realize you're not lost. You're simply no longer willing to lie to yourself, let alone the world. This is where the awakening truly begins. It doesn't start with a violent rebellion or an angry outburst. Instead, it begins with a quiet yet immensely brave decision. The decision to listen deeply, patiently, and sometimes painfully, to the authentic self that has been buried beneath the layers of learned strategies. To listen for the true desire that resides beneath the applause of external validation. To seek the profound truth that exists beneath the temporary distractions and fleeting achievements. Distinguishing true desire from its many powerful imitations requires a delicate internal compass. True desire often brings a feeling of expansion, an inner resonance that feels light, joyful, and aligned, even if it's challenging. False desires, on the other hand, often come with a feeling of contraction, a sense of pressure, anxiety, or a desperate need for external validation. True desire feels like coming home. False desire feels like perpetually chasing something outside yourself. Authentic desire doesn't always look like the grand, heroic narratives we see in movies. It might not be glamorous, it might not be marketable or easily understood by the world, but it will be true to you. It might look like self-sabotage significantly when the entire world is screaming at you to speed up. It might look like saying a clear, firm no when you've always been the person who says yes to every request. It might mean creating something no one else understands or appreciates, but that you feel in your bones, that simply flows from you. It might mean pursuing a quiet, unconventional path, even if it lacks the flash or prestige of what you should be doing. And the most important part, you will feel it. You will feel a quiet, profound rightness within you, and that feeling is enough. It is more than enough. It is everything. The journey to discovering and living from your true self is not a one-time event. It's a continuous unfolding process. It's not about becoming someone new, but about shedding the layers of who you are not. It demands radical self-acceptance, embracing your imperfections, your vulnerabilities, and all the parts of you that societal narratives might have deemed unacceptable. In this journey, your authentic desire acts as your truest compass. It's the gentle pull, the deep resonance that guides you back to your innate wisdom. It helps you deconstruct the created self, brick by painstaking brick, revealing the magnificent, unique architecture beneath. This process is about returning to a state of wholeness, where your inner landscape aligns with your outward expression. It's about living from a place of integrity, where your choices are driven by an internal knowing rather than external pressures, and that remembrance is the essence of freedom. It's not a freedom that is given to you by society or earned through achievement. It's not a freedom that brings you something entirely new. Instead, it's a profound, liberating return, a homecoming to something ancient within you. It's the rediscovery of a core essence that has remained untouched by external applause, unblemished by criticism, and untainted by the relentless clamor of manufactured desires. This true self was always there, an unwavering flame within your being, patiently waiting for you to quiet the noise, to listen deeply, and to remember. It's a state of being where you are simply being, without the need to prove, perform, or acquire. This is the ultimate liberation. It's entirely human to forget. In the rush of daily life, amidst new pressures and old habits, it's easy to lose touch with this newfound clarity. We are constantly bombarded by messages that pull us back to the external, to the shoulds and must-haves. Forgetting is a normal part of the human experience. When you lose your way, when you find yourself slipping back into old patterns of chasing false desires, remember that support is available. I'll be here. Not to push you, not to judge you, and certainly not to force you forward. Instead, I'll gently hold up a mirror reflecting back to you those precious, authentic parts of yourself that you almost erased in your tireless, often unconscious, quest for external acceptance and validation. It's a reminder that the path is always available. The way back home is always open. You don't need to be more. You don't need to achieve more, possess more, or become more perfect. That relentless pursuit is often the very thing that pulls you away from yourself. Instead, your profound task is simply to stop being what you never truly chose to be. Stop living a life that is not authentically yours. Stop chasing desires that were planted by others. Your true self has always been there. It exists beneath the layers of conditioning, beneath the noise of societal expectations, just beneath the surface of those powerful, often false desires. It has been there all along, patient and unwavering, waiting to be remembered, to be heard, and to finally, truly live. How did this idea resonate with you? Did anything in this video spark a moment of recognition? What journey have you taken to discover or reconnect with your true desires? Share your thoughts, experiences, and insights in the comments below. Your story could be the very thing someone else needs to hear. If this video sparked something within you, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into self-discovery and authentic living. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications when new videos are released. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Your willingness to explore these profound questions is truly inspiring. See you in the next video.